Inside LA's Bird Street Club, the night shimmered with a sense of exclusivity. The velvet ropes, the pulsing neon, and the thrum of anticipation set the stage for an event that promised more than just music. It promised a glimpse into the lives of the famous and the flawless. On July 25, 2025, the city's elite gathered, the air thick with excitement for Justin Bieber's highly anticipated album launch. Invitations were coveted, and the guest list read like a who's who of Hollywood and the music industry. Everyone wanted to be part of this moment, to witness the spectacle firsthand. Justin, now 31, exuded a new kind of confidence. With a beer in hand and a relaxed smile, he navigated the crowd with the ease of someone used to the spotlight. Cameras followed his every move and the room seemed to orbit around him, each guest eager for a moment in his presence. By his side was Hailey Bieber, poised and elegant, her every gesture radiating grace. Together they were the picture of a power couple, her hand resting lightly on his arm, their chemistry undeniable. Yet, there was a sense that every glance, every touch was perfectly timed for the cameras, as if they were performing a well-rehearsed dance. Their public affection, whispers exchanged in the midst of laughter, a possessive embrace under the spotlight, felt both intimate and meticulously orchestrated. The flashes of cameras caught every moment, amplifying their connection for the world to see. The night's highlight came when Hailey posted an Instagram story, a passionate kiss with Justin, captured in a single electrifying moment. Within minutes, the post went viral, flooding social media feeds and drawing millions of likes and comments. Fans and tabloids alike dissected every detail, searching for signs of authenticity or cracks in the facade. It was a bold, unmistakable statement, a public declaration meant to silence the persistent rumors swirling around their marriage. The message was clear: their relationship was not just surviving but thriving, and they wanted the world to know it. Yet the very need for such a display hinted at something deeper. Beneath the polished surface, insecurities lingered, questions about authenticity, about what was real and what was for show. The pressure to maintain a flawless image weighed heavily, even on nights meant for celebration. The party, while a celebration of Justin's musical achievements, also served another purpose. It was a carefully orchestrated event, designed to counteract the whispers of marital trouble that had been circulating in the press. Every detail, from the guest list to the social media posts, was part of a larger strategy to project unity and happiness. But the illusion of perfection is a fragile thing. Under the relentless gaze of the public, even the smallest crack can threaten to shatter the entire image. The couple's every move was scrutinized, their happiness measured and debated by strangers. As the night wore on, the carefully crafted image began to show signs of strain. The spotlight, once a source of validation, now threatened to reveal the cracks beneath the surface. The facade of perfection, so meticulously maintained, was about to be tested by a reality that no amount of planning could control. Swag, Justin's new album, was more than just another pop record. It was a confessional, a raw and unfiltered glimpse into the cracks that had begun to show in his marriage. The album cover itself hinted at vulnerability, with its fractured heart and somber tones setting the stage for what listeners would find inside. Instead of quelling rumors, the lyrics only fueled speculation, inviting millions of fans and critics alike into the couple's most private struggles. Every line was dissected by the media, every chorus became a headline, and the world was left guessing what was real and what was just for show. On the track Daisies, Justin's haunting question, "Do you love me or not?" echoed with doubt and distance, resonating with anyone who's ever felt uncertain in love. The song's gentle melody contrasted with the ache in his voice, making the pain all the more palpable. The album's honesty was almost uncomfortable in its rawness, painting a picture of love plagued by silence, misunderstandings, and the kind of uncertainty that keeps you up at night. Justin didn't shy away from showing the messiness of real relationships. In Walking Away, he revealed a relationship tested to its absolute limits, with Justin's voice cracking as he pleaded for another chance, for forgiveness, for hope that things could be different. The songs chronicled ongoing battles, not victories. Each track was a diary entry exposing wounds that hadn't healed. Their pain became public property, dissected and discussed by strangers who could only guess at the truth. Hailey, too, was thrust into the relentless spotlight, forced to relive their hardest moments with the world watching, her every reaction scrutinized and speculated upon by fans and tabloids alike. For many, Justin's artistic honesty felt like a betrayal, as if he had ripped away the mask of privacy and exposed their deepest vulnerabilities for mass consumption, turning their real pain into entertainment. The album's release set the stage for backlash, with critics and fans taking sides, and the couple's union tested like never before under the harsh glare of public scrutiny. Swag was both a desperate cry for help and a spark for controversy, igniting debates about the cost of fame, the boundaries of art, and the price of honesty in the public eye. In the end, their private pain was now everyone's business, a story told in melodies and headlines, leaving the world to wonder what would happen next. Hailey's viral kiss with Justin achieved its goal: instant internet fame. Fans celebrated the display as proof of true love, flooding social media with support. But critics saw it as a calculated PR move, staged to distract from the album's confessions. The timing felt too perfect, the affection too theatrical. The disconnect between their public affection and the album's turmoil fueled accusations of inauthenticity. The public felt manipulated, caught between two conflicting narratives. The album launch became a personal crisis, every moment dissected online. The Biebers' attempt to control the story only deepened the confusion. Their lives were now an open trial in the court of public opinion. Under mounting criticism, Hailey snapped, her patience finally worn thin by the endless barrage of negativity that seemed to follow her every move online. For weeks, she had tried to ignore the relentless stream of harsh comments and biting memes, hoping the storm would pass. But the pressure only built, each notification a reminder that the world was watching, judging, and waiting for her to break. In a moment that surprised even her closest friends, her composure was replaced by raw defiance. The calm, collected image she had worked so hard to maintain shattered in an instant, revealing a side of Hailey the public had never seen before. She fired back on Instagram, posting a photo of a Times Square billboard featuring Swag, her latest project, with a scathing caption, "Is it finally clocking to you F***ing losers?" The post was bold, brash, and impossible to ignore, an unmistakable declaration that she was done playing nice. The message was direct, unapologetic, and instantly controversial. Supporters cheered her boldness, flooding her comments with fire emojis and words of encouragement, thrilled to see her stand up for herself in such a public way. But many saw it as immature and combative, arguing that she had stooped to the level of her critics. The internet quickly split into camps, with heated debates erupting across platforms about whether Hailey's response was justified or reckless. Hailey's outburst marked a shift. She was no longer the silent partner quietly enduring the hate. Instead, she was now fiercely protective and unfiltered, determined to reclaim her narrative no matter the cost. The clapback fueled headlines, intensifying the drama and making her the center of a media firestorm. News outlets dissected her every word, while social media buzzed with speculation about what she would do next. Her digital retaliation was a desperate attempt to reclaim power in a narrative she couldn't control. It was a risky move, but for Hailey, it felt like the only way to push back against the tidal wave of criticism. Instead, it added more fuel to the fire, escalating the controversy and drawing even more attention to the drama swirling around her. The world now saw her as both victim and aggressor, a complicated figure caught between defending herself and feeding the spectacle. Hailey's fury revealed the toll of living under relentless scrutiny, where every reaction is magnified and every misstep becomes a headline. The battle for respect had gone public, and Hailey was now fighting not just for her reputation, but for her sense of self in a world that refused to let her be. The Swag launch was just the latest episode in the Bieber cycle of crisis and reconciliation. Insiders describe a pattern. Justin's erratic behavior sparks conflict, followed by grand gestures and public displays of unity. Lavish vacations and affectionate posts mark their temporary truces, but the calm never lasts. Old issues resurface and the cycle repeats. Their relationship oscillates between near breakup and passionate reunion, fueled by fame and personal struggles. Even small actions like Justin's cryptic social posts trigger new rounds of speculation and tension. The album party was less a celebration, more a public reconciliation phase. Their love endures, but dysfunction remains at the core. The world watches as they repeat the same dance. The question, can they ever break free? The endless cycle finally pushed Hailey to her limit. She issued an ultimatum. No more public meltdowns or social media rants. Justin had to protect their privacy and her peace of mind. She demanded he cut back on marijuana, insisting on a healthier, more present partner and father. This was his last chance, change or lose the marriage. Justin responded with urgency, desperate to prove he could evolve. The stakes had never been higher, Hailey's patience was gone. Their future now depended on Justin's ability to break old habits. The next chapter would decide everything. The birth of their son Jack in August 2024 changed everything for the Biebers. Parenthood brought joy and a new sense of purpose, but also intensified the pressure on their fragile relationship. Hailey described Justin as a devoted father, but admitted the journey was emotionally taxing. Every argument and reconciliation now shaped their son's world. Hailey's ultimatum became about more than her marriage. It was about Jack's well-being. The stakes were higher. Public missteps threatened their family's stability. Even at the album launch, their united front was as much for Jack as for the cameras. Their personal drama had become a family saga. Stability was no longer optional, it was essential. Long before swag, Justin and Hailey mastered blending love and business. Justin's lyrics promoted Hailey's Road Beauty brand, while she publicly supported his Skylark footwear line. Their synchronized launches and mutual endorsements created a powerful image of unity. Paparazzi shots and viral moments blurred the line between romance and marketing. Their partnership was as much commercial as personal, each move calculated for maximum impact. Public displays, like the album party kiss, often doubled as brand promotion. The question lingered: was it love, strategy, or both? Their lives were so intertwined, even they might struggle to tell the difference. The Bieber brand thrived on the illusion of perfect partnership. The swag launch night encapsulated the Biebers' paradox: public passion, private pain. Their marriage is a constant performance, every move scrutinized and dissected. Justin's confessional music clashed with Hailey's need for privacy, exposing deep fractures. Hailey's public fury was the inevitable backlash of a life lived on display. With a child in the mix, the stakes are higher than ever. Their future depends on building real boundaries and finding authenticity beyond the spotlight. The album launch was a turning point, a warning and a test. The Bieber story is a cautionary tale about love, fame, and the price of living under the microscope.